Okay, here is the Breadman machine. I'm going to tilt it so you can see. Breadman is a different make model, but it's following this recipe again. And we will load it in this order. Whatever bread machine you have, get used to the way that the pan sets in there. This one is a lift straight out, and so after it's loaded, we're just going to pop it in there and snap it back in. I say get used to it, practice, but it's really cool. Okay, here's our pan. The paddle's in there. We're going to add a cup and a half of warm water. Then we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of oil, sorry. Two tablespoons of sugar. One teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to put the flour in. And if no one's ever taught you how to measure flour, remember to stir your flour to give it air. You never pack flour or you'll get a heavy loaf. So I just stir the flour a little bit. Then I'm going to scoop it into my measuring cup and then scrape it off the top to level it. This is a 2-cup measuring. So that's 2 cups. So it takes 4 cups for this 2-pound loaf. The flour separates the water from the yeast, and that's why we do the yeast and the vital wheat gluten on top in case you have set it for timer. The 1 tablespoon is a heaping tablespoon of vital wheat gluten, and the 1 teaspoon of yeast is just 1 teaspoon. So we're good. There we are loaded, and that's why you don't load it in the machine, because when you spill, it goes in the oven part, and it can make it burn and smell. So anyway, we lift it, we snap it in, and then close the lid. When we plug it in, makes a noise. This particular one has 8 choices. So on the program button, you would press until you get to the number you want. I want number 1. And then it's set at P. The P is the crust color. I want it light, so I want 1L. And the loaf size is also at the top. It's a 1.5 pound loaf or 2-pound loaf. And we want it at the 2-pound loaf. And then we can start it later. I'm going to have it be done in the morning for me. So I'm going to go for 11 hours. And push the arrow up. The 3 hours is going up to 11. And then I'll press start. Don't forget to press start. I've done that before too. And the way you can tell if it's counting down is the 11 ... 00, the dots blink at you that it's working. The other way you can tell is come back in about 5 minutes and the time will have gone down. So we just set that back here and it'll be done in the morning. We'll see you then. Okay, good morning. It smells really good down here. Let's pull out our loaf of bread. It's beautiful. Just grab it by the handle in this machine and pull it straight up. Comes out, looks gorgeous. Then we're going to flip it out onto the cooling rack. If you lay it on a cold counter, it'll sweat, and so we want it on the rack so that it can cool off. And I hang it over the edge of the rack so that it doesn't flatten. But it's gorgeous. Have a great day.